Hello, welcome back to Shit They Don't Tell You. I'm Nikki Limo.
And it's Ace.
Ace today?
Yeah.
It's always changing. I never can keep up. Don't worry about it if you can't.
Gotta keep moving.
So Steve has prepared some Am I the Asshole questions he's sourced from the internet, presumably the Reddit thread Am I the Asshole?
Some of it.
Okay. So I wanted to just hijack the first one because I came across this one on Twitter that was so ridiculous that I needed to, I don't even know. Maybe it's fake. Like you gotta like let me know what you think. Okay. I am seriously contemplating divorcing my husband over a prank. Okay. 3 pranks in particular have angered me to the point of tears, raging out, and now I'm contemplating divorce. Okay. Prank number 1, it was making coffees for our guests with my breast milk. I'm having trouble pumping, so I don't have much stored away. I was so angry and embarrassed. Prank number 2.
So he told everybody. He's such an asshole. He told her. He's like, guess what you're drinking?
Yeah.
Guess what you're drinking?
Yeah. With her breast milk that she has trouble like pumping for. That's for their child.
So far, right? I'm on his
and
side.
He puts it in their coffee, in the guest's coffee.
Rocks.
Okay.
This guy rocks.
Prank number 2 was pretending to have his fingers cut off in the garden. He dragged it on for ages too and put fake blood all around, not just a quick little joke. So he faked getting his fingers cut off and like really just like had it going on forever.
That's a classic move.
And lastly, prank number 3, which happened today, and I feel this is my last final straw. Last night I was hinting about breakfast in bed, so this morning he brings me a coffee, toast, and some chocolates. What I assumed was peanut butter on my toast was in fact our baby's poop. And as I have severe sinus issues, I didn't realize, and I took a small bite. I spat it out straight away. He laughed hysterically, and I told him to get out. He later messaged me and said all his workmates thought it was hilarious, which is all just embarrassing on top of it all.
This is so fake.
Has to be, right?
Has to be. It even escalated. You can't escalate it like that. He did triple beat escalation. This is joke writing.
Has to be.
But
also, like...
we've all met a guy like this, so it's easy to convince
you,
right?
And, like, the second one didn't really, like, play into the other two, like, it kind of seems more believable because of that.
Well, every dad does the I cut my finger off thing.
But he put fake blood everywhere.
It's pretty classic.
I don't know. But when I first was like, oh, she's going to contemplate a divorce over a prank, let's read this. And then I was like, okay, that is
let's just play like it's real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I think putting shit on toast is crazy.
It's insane.
And feeding it to your partner is crazy.
That's why she's
other than that, everything else was pretty benign.
That's why she's contemplating a divorce.
I mean, divorce, I think the guy needs fucking therapy or something.
Yeah, 100%. This guy's a psychopath.
He's crazy.
There's like no way this person's a real person.
Has no boundaries. Like this guy would make period bud lasagna like tomorrow.
Yeah.
You just don't know what this guy's going to be up to. You can't trust him for anything. You got to start ordering out to hang out with him.
I agree. I just think that's why I would divorce this person, not because of the pranks, but because this person's like an actual psychopath.
He's got that little glimmer in his eye. Yeah. We don't know what he's up to next.
Yeah.
And then you start looking around for, oh, wait, I thought I had more. There was more diapers in the trash can earlier.
Disgusting. That's so weird and gross.
What capers will he be up to next?
And also, like, how could you ever have sex with this man again?
I think that's breakup.
I could never have sex with this person ever again.
If I after all we've been through right now.
Yeah.
If I just had like a wild idea one day and I put a little bit of poop on toast.
I would, honestly, I think I would change my number. Yeah. Like you would never see me again.
Yeah.
I think that
vanish.
I'd wait for you to go to JK and you'd come back to an empty house.
Completely empty.
No fucking cats, no furniture, like everything's moved out.
Would you leave the air mattress that I had?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
I don't want that. It probably has poop on it. So gross.
It's insane.
Well, you're like already pretty cleanly, so like
it would never happen.
Hard to imagine you to ever do that, but
what if you just have a wild idea? No way.
Yeah.
That's the thing about it is I could never see you doing something like that ever.
Well, yeah, no regular person could ever do that. That's so weird.
Right.
It's like a South Park bit of like, I made you eat your parents.
Yeah.
Like, it's so absurd that like, how could that ever be a real thing?
It's crazy. Absolutely bonker balls.
Bonker balls is the right description.
So, break up. Hit the breakup button for sure.
Break up.
Okay. Next question.
Who's the asshole and who's not the asshole? Give it to me.
All right.
Sock it to me.
Yeah, I'm going to sock it to you real good. Here we go. Am I the asshole for leaving the dry wedding early to go out? 2 weeks ago, I, 35 female, went to a wedding in our college town for a member of our college friend group. My husband and I left the kids with the parents, and we went. We got a what the fuck is a VRBO with another couple?
It's like an Airbnb.
God damn Reddit. Just fucking write normally.
No, that's like the name of the company.
It's called VRBO?
Yeah. It's like
I'll chill on this one. We got a VRBO with another couple I went to college with for a few days. My husband and I don't have a ton of time to ourselves away from the kids, so we were excited to let loose. On the invitation, it said the wedding went to 11 with an after party with the bride and groom at the venue. The venue was a gorgeous mansion, and the bride and groom had it for the night. They were leaving for their honeymoon the next morning. Cut to the wedding day. It's a dry wedding.
No nightmares.
No advanced knowledge.
So if you're going to have a dry wedding, this has actually come up a bunch on my Twitter feed lately. I don't know why there's so many threads about dry weddings and they're like debates about it. But like if you're going to have one, no shame to you, but like let people know. Like just like let people know.
You gotta announce
have to let
it.
people know.
Put it on the goddamn card.
It's just, and people are like, why does people make such a big deal about alcohol? Okay, yeah, but it's not a big deal. It's just like it's an expectation.
Correct.
Like we have to know how our night's gonna go. Like some of us have social anxiety, and we think that maybe we'll have a drink in our hand to
there you go.
Be a little more calm during that part.
Also, if it's gonna be a cash bar, you better put it on the
you better put it on the fucking invitation
so people know to even bring cash.
Yeah, because sometimes there's no ATMs around,
and you guys are dicks, and I regret coming to your wedding, and I want to take your gift back with me.
Yeah, I did. You know. I did take it back. It was a bottle of alcohol, so I took it to the car.
Love it. Yeah, so they left at 9:30. They're like, look, we're over it. The wedding was boring as absolute fuck all.
Yeah.
We left early, and then they say pretty much the whole college crew left around that time and went out. Apparently the bride's friend group did not stay for the party. The grooms did, and the optics were very lopsided at the party. We all heard from the bride about this. She called us assholes for leaving. She said that she didn't feel supported and felt like we were spiting her now husband for being sober. I told her that she was reading too much into it. We just wanted to go out.
Yeah.
She's especially mad at me as I looked like I was the ringleader of the whole operation.
Oh.
Dude, these are parents. They're tired. Yeah. They don't get to hang. They don't get to let loose.
I will say that the bridal party is an asshole.
You think so?
You committed to being a bridesmaid. Oh. You're there for the bride that day. Like, I'm sorry. That's your job. Yeah. Doesn't matter if the bride is a bridezilla.
What about at 9:30?
No. Like,
really?
If this is the one day.
I'm never going to be a bridesmaid.
No, I mean, I've been a bridesmaid, but like, I didn't know beforehand. Like, my friends are the ones that have informed me about like what it means to be a bridesmaid and how like it's like a commitment, right? And so I knew like going forward, because our wedding was the first wedding I'd ever been to.
Yeah.
After that, I was a bridesmaid, and I like took that seriously. Like, where like I'm there for the bride. That's my whole fucking job.
Yeah, but at 9:30 at night.
But like
it said at 9:30.
It goes till 11.
I know, but I think that's pretty.
Sorry, it's the one day. Good. It's the one you can go out tomorrow night. Damn. There's so many weekends in a year.
Yeah, but not if you're parents. I'm just thinking of them. I'm thinking of these nice people.
These people weren't part of the bridal party.
Oh, they.
She said
she's part of the bridal party.
Was she? Because it sounded like she said even members of the bridal party.
Right. I think you're right.
So I don't care. The OP is not an asshole. OP's not an asshole.
That's fair.
Do what you want. You showed up to the wedding. Many people leave early.
But she was seen as the ringleader because she influenced.
Now that
everybody.
part I don't know if it's true.
She was probably bitching about it.
She could have been a loud bitch, and
I would have been bitching about
and if she did ringlead the crew, that's kind of an asshole move. But
if she's just like, hey, like, can you believe this shit? They didn't even tell us.
Well, yeah. So if someone was like doing that at my wedding and like I had a sober fucking partner.
But if I was a dick and didn't put that on the invite, that's on me.
Everybody's an asshole here.
Okay.
So, but the bridal party, I'm saying, is they are definitely assholes.
Okay.
Like that is, you're just supposed to, you already signed up for that. Like that's like a job you signed up for.
I forgot about this bride code shit.
Well, the groomsmen stayed, so like they're chill. But like the bridesmaids sounded like, I don't know, it's kind of selfish.
I'm not surprised because guys usually are riders.
And by the way, I don't blame them for not wanting to be there.
Yeah, it completely blows.
But like, it's just don't be a bridesmaid then. Those like, you get all the special privileges, you get little special bridal gifts and stuff like that. You get all the special treatment. But that's your one job is to be there for the bride the whole day. That's like your one job.
Yeah.
So yeah, and a lot of brides have other crazy demands, like way crazier demands than no drinking. Like that's not that very crazy. But I do agree she should have put it on the invitation.
Got to put it on the invite.
And I don't think that the OP is an asshole for leaving to go out with friends after on like one of the only days they have away from kids. But if she was ringleading people to go out, that's kind of an asshole move.
Yeah, I think that is fair. I don't know, dude. Like, I've talked some shit at our wedding before because, like, sometimes we were at our wedding, particularly, we were surprised that it was a cash bar.
Yes.
And then, and then
there's no ATM anywhere.
To add insult to injury, no ATM anymore. Oh, and then they had this like dance thing where like all the bridal party was dancing for like 2 hours and they didn't open the dance floor for everybody. So we're just all like sitting there with thumbs up to our asses.
Yeah, that was pretty weak.
That was unbelievably weak. And I was back there like I started a movement, a rebellion, if you will.
Yeah.
So that everyone was dancing next to the tables because we were just so over sitting there politely at the fucking table watching like all this. It's like you got to dance to every single song on the album.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
It was pretty weird.
Ridiculous planning.
I will say.
I blame the wedding planner because that's probably the noble thing to do.
I, having never been to a wedding in my adult life while planning our wedding, the only thing I cared about was that everybody leaves with like having fun.
Yes.
So I cared about the food, the drinks, and the music. That's literally all I cared about. I need people.
Show up, turn your brain off, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
That's what it's got to be.
Our wedding had a fully sponsored bar. It was sponsored by Captain Morgan. Shout out. They also own Bullet Bourbon, Don Julio, Smirnoff, like all the alcohols. So they let me have 5 premium drinks. Everything was free. And it was like a full bar. So they're dope. Also, a DJ was dope. She won like Best in Santa Barbara for many years. Also, the food was from Trejo's Tacos.
So fire.
And it was like buffet style. I didn't give a fuck about plates or like fancy dishware or whatever.
Yep.
And guess what? Neither did anyone else. Nobody gives a fuck about like the little dishware that you pick out.
Yep.
I literally had the foam plates. My wedding coordinator was like,
mortified.
Are you sure? Like, what the heck?
She's like, don't put my name on this wedding.
She's like, so what kind of chair sashes do you want? I'm like, I don't want chair sashes. How much does that cost?
Yeah,
no, like straight up, no. Who gives a
By the way,
who's
nobody
gonna remember?
gives a fuck.
No one's gonna remember that. What they're gonna remember is how good the drinks were, how good the food was, and how bomb the dance floor was.
1,000%.
Literally, that's all they're gonna remember.
1,000%.
And us like trolling our first dance song.
Yeah, we did.
That was fun.
That was really fun.
Yeah, we got some laughs in there, some giggles.
Get plastic flowers from fucking Michael's.
Yeah, that was my plan.
Out of here.
I had a florist step in last minute that was like she was new and she wanted to like have a portfolio, so she gave me a fat discount. So we actually did have real flowers, but I originally bought fake flowers from Michael's.
But I'm too dumb to know the difference half the time. I look at our own plants in our house while because you're like when you go out of town you're like, hey, water the plants, and I'm like, I always have to remember those 2 by the door. I'm like, these are sneaky.
Yeah, by the way, last time I asked you to water them, you didn't do it. And
yes, I did.
Were mad at me.
Yes, I did.
You did not.
No, yes, I did. This is what. No, see, now I got to start filming myself doing it. It's just hot right now. It's just hot right now.
Nah.
I 1,000% did it.
Okay.
I put a fucking thing in my phone.
We're fighting.
Alert. I'm telling you, I did it.
Okay.
How dare you?
All right. He says
I like taking care of the
man
plants.
says he does it.
I like taking care of the
plants. The man says he did it. He did it.
Guess who takes care of the lawn too?
Damn I've seen you do that.
Well, I did the same thought behind it.
Okay. Hey, defensive man.
No.
Back to the question I
want justice.
Okay.
Next question.
Yeah, next question.
Am I the asshole for having a vegetarian-only wedding?
No. Well, maybe. Keep going.
My fiance and I are both in our 30s. We're getting married in a couple of months. We now need to finalize our menu choices for our guests. Now we are vegetarian. In general, we're pretty relaxed vegetarians. If we go out, we don't mind if our friends or family choose meat or fish to eat. Oh, how generous of you.
Okay.
Weirdo.
Well, like they're saying they don't preach about it or make us think about it.
Okay, you're right, but like
okay.
Very generous of you to let them order what they want. Same if we visit family, as long as there's a veggie option, then great. Now back to the wedding. On looking at the choices and given it's our day, we thought it'd be nice to have a fully vegetarian menu. My 32 female guests are paying for the meal and have been absolutely stunned by this choice. They say it's disrespectful to people who aren't in the vegetarian culture and also disrespectful to our own values in terms of ensuring our friends have a nice time. Correct. They say it's forcing our ethics on other people. My viewpoint is it is one meal only on our day. God, people need to get over that. The whole our day thing. But
well,
hang on, we'll get to it.
Okay.
Where I'm sure it will be delicious, whatever they're served. None of our friends have ever complained when coming to our house for vegetarian food, but my parents say it's different at a wedding because people expect nice food, especially if they're traveling from abroad. Many are. And apparently, this needs to include meat. I'm honestly torn on this. Personally, I don't mind that much if our guests eat meat that much. But it's inconsistent with our own life choices, and it is our day. So this could make it feel inauthentic. And I think the whole focus on meat thing is quite generational. My parents are in their 60s. My fiance agrees with me, but the issue is my parents are very kindly paying for the meal. Am I the asshole if everyone got vegetarian food? Yes.
I'm torn on this.
You're a prick. I think you're a total prick. I think you're trying to use your fucking little values and influence people. Oh, well, what if some of these people have our miracle vegetarian food while we're at their wedding, and we might convert some people.
I disagree. So
it's just silly pipe dream bullshit.
Okay, I am gonna hard disagree on this.
Go for it. Let's go.
So
I'm ready.
When we were getting married, I was fully plant-based, and Trejo's Tacos has both options.
Yep.
And we had both options. Like we had meat, we had non-meat options. There were some vegans also
we're not monsters.
at the wedding. No, but hear me out.
Yeah.
But you're a carnivore. Like, yes. I mean, you're an omnivore or whatever. You eat meat. So it's like, I'm not going to stop there from being meat there because of my diet.
I don't eat plants.
What?
I don't eat like house plants.
You eat lasagna, don't you? Like
yeah.
Cheese lasagna. If I had cheese lasagna.
But I'm a carnivore.
Whatever. Omnivore.
I'm not eating like ferns and shit.
Can you let me finish my fucking without making some bit that takes it on a tangent that I can't remember what I'm saying? So my point being is that like when we went to the Fur Ball, which is like the cat charity event for kitten rescue that we always go to, they always have a fully plant-based dinner, right? And it's like they have this chef and it's like a fully plant-based thing, and I don't care. Like we don't care because it's like that is the theme. Like it's a cat place, like it's a cat, it's like an animal thing, so they're like, hey, we don't want to harm other animals in the like dinner too, right?
Let me explain to you why you're making a whack point.
No, I'm not done with my point.
Oh, okay.
So can you not interrupt? You got to say your point. So when you're like, it's like your day, I think people can eat fucking pasta and salads and lasagna, and like no one doesn't eat pasta and lasagna and salads and pizza and all kinds of other vegetarian shit. They're not even vegan. They have cheese in their shit. So there's going to be like, mozzarella and caprese something maybe. They're not even taking dairy out of the equation. So like, first of all, how much of animal lovers are you if you don't care about cow rape?
Good for you.
Okay.
Get 'em.
But what I'm trying to say is that like, if they have a full bar and good music and the food is fucking lasagna, why is anyone bitching?
So here's why that's the most L take of all time.
Okay.
Loser take from a loser person.
You didn't have to say loser after you said L.
Just saying.
You said L already.
Just to translate, just to not be a Redditor, because they always like to just do abbreviations of everything, acronyms of every goddamn thing.
I bet you say ATM machine too, don't you?
I do, yeah. All right.
Boomer.
Here's the thing. All these people, it's not like the Fur Ball. The Fur Ball, you drive down the fucking 5 freeway and you're there in 20 minutes. So what? You didn't travel outside of town.
First of all.
You didn't travel outside of town, right?
Maybe some people
did.
Fly
in, get a hotel, book it.
If we went this year, we would have to do that.
I'm just saying that was our relationship with the Fur Ball. We're just going down the road, right? 72 to 101, right? To the 5. Mm-hmm. And then we're there at the Getty.
Fine.
So there you go.
Okay. What's your point?
It's less of a commitment. And so when you get there, you're not expecting like Wagyu steak.
But I don't get why people have expectations of food.
Because a wedding is a relationship.
And by the way, when I used to eat meat, like there are some pretty whack meat options I've had to settle for in my time.
But look, the idea is at the wedding, your guests are there for you. It's your day, yes. But your day is supposed to be fun. Your day is supposed to be fun for them too. Yeah. It's not supposed to be we're in mass all day.
But you're saying that meat ruins the fun?
It ruins the guest
You don't
experience.
like pasta?
It ruins the guest experience.
You've been making a lot of food lately.
Yeah.
And none of it includes meat.
Yeah, you know why?
Yeah.
Because I cook it on the side and I eat it with meat. I cook my meat on the side. It's separated from your bullshit.
Okay.
You know why? Because I love you.
Yeah.
I would do that for no one else.
But you've liked dishes that don't have meat.
I seriously say it all the time. I like things that don't have meat in them.
Yeah.
Yes. But I'm talking about other people who don't understand.
Why is this such a principled thing that like people need to have meat
because
to
this
like
person
have
is,
fun
is
at a
using
party?
their wedding to proselytize.
I don't know if they're doing that.
100%.
I get benefit of the doubt
You can
here.
hear her talk.
If
you
it's
know.
a couple that like doesn't eat
She's
meat,
like, I think it should be authentic.
why do they have
What
to
do you mean
have
authentic?
slaughtered animal carcass when neither person in the couple eats
Maybe
meat?
the animals died of natural causes. You ever heard of that?
Then that's even grosser because they're sick and you're
least
eating sick meat.
They died naturally.
That's bad. Not a
Natural
good
is
thing.
better.
You don't want that.
Organic
Guarantee
death.
you don't want that.
Just saying.
That you don't want that. Fucking putrid, rotting, natural died, natural death meat.
I just don't agree with that shit. I like have some,
because
have
you
a
think
burger.
you think they're preaching on you.
I do think
but
that.
I don't. Let's say they're not. Let's say they're
she
just
doesn't
like.
sound like that.
But why?
Because she sounds like one of those people who's like.
How do you know?
"Oh,
She said that she's
I'm a
not
vegan."
comfortable when people eat it at a restaurant next to her.
No. She says, I don't mind that much if our guests eat meat personally, but it's inconsistent with our own life choices.
Yeah.
And it's our day.
Well, yeah, that's what I
So
mean.
she's got to wipe her day all over everybody else.
But it is their day.
It is their day, but everyone
Yeah.
there is supposed to have fun. That's like, oh, it's their day, and guess what? They're religious, and we got to listen to church music the whole
So,
fucking time.
you know,
you can't bust
But
out
so here's the thing:
rock and roll
is like
or-
just with the dry wedding.
hip-hop.
With the dry wedding, if you don't like that, there's no alcohol there. You can fucking go. You can leave. And
No,
I
but
didn't.
it's their day.
And I didn't. No, I didn't think that person was an asshole for leaving.
They can play Christian rock the whole time if they
but that's
want.
what I'm saying. They can, and you can leave.
And I will leave.
Well, it's good.
If they play Christian butt
But
rock the whole
that's
time,
what
I'm out of there.
I'm saying that is how they chose to spend their money for their fucking celebration of their couple.
No, because if they leave early, everyone calls them a dick anyway.
What? The calls the guests a dick?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you didn't throw a good party. I'm
Choose
sorry.
damned if you do.
Listen, if you didn't throw a good party and your guests leave, then that's on you. Like
That's on
you have
you.
to, but you have to live
Self-reflection.
with your those consequences.
Quiet
so like
reflection.
you didn't provide an experience that the guests liked. So, but if you are gonna say, hey, this is what I want at my wedding, like
But
the
imagine,
guests can choose to leave if they want to.
Now imagine you're telling everybody, telegraphing, hey, this is how my wedding's going to be. The guests are giving you live feedback. Hey, I don't enjoy that very much. I would like it if you did not do that and did this instead. And you're pushing back. No, this is my day. That is the weakest bullshit ever.
Here's another thing though, is that I grew up in California, Southern California. So there was like a lot of like, it's kind of normal. Like it's pretty normalized to like go somewhere where there's no meat. Like it's not that like crazy to like not have meat in dishes. Like there's many dishes that don't have meat and they're great. So like, I don't know.
I didn't experience that till I moved
if
to
it was
LA.
like Midwest or like somewhere in the middle of the country, maybe the culture's a little different and like it'd be a little more painful for the people. But I don't understand it because
Imagine you're getting feedback though from your guests. Hi,
yeah,
I love you. Want to go to your wedding. Can't wait. Heard about the vegetarian thing. Want to give you feedback. You're literally telling me about this. I'm giving you feedback.
if you don't want to come to my wedding because of the food, that's fucking up to you.
But no, that's not what they're saying. The guests are saying, hey, can you just do this? And then she's going, I don't know if it reflects my freaking values. And it's like, Jesus, dude.
Well, she's just saying that in the Reddit post to like clarify. But like, I don't think she's telling the guests
she's
like,
pushing back on her guests.
right.
I think that's not being a good
I don't
host.
think that's bad. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
No.
I don't think like.
Her parents are paying for the meal, by the way. They should get to choose.
So that is the only part that I'm like, okay.
They should have a
that
live
is the
pig.
only
I would have
like
a pig.
no. Okay, stop. You need to shut up. There's only like fine line where I'm like, well, if they're not paying for it, like they're not spending their money on it, like
Thank you.
maybe there should be a meat option. And like if the parents want it, like the parents are paying for a meat option, so like they should be able to have the meat option.
Damn right.
I guess. You know?
And it's the parents. So they're like, hey, we would like this at the wedding and we're already throwing in for this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only argument to me
you'll get
that
to
has
pick.
any leeway.
Yeah.
But if it was, oh no, on principle though, if I was paying for the whole wedding and both of us didn't eat meat, I don't give a fuck what, like, it's a one day and people eat pasta. They're fine with it. It's fine.
Listen, I'm telling you, you're not taking care of your people.
Don't give me a present.
Not taking care
I don't
of their
give
homies.
a fuck. It's just a party.
You have a freaking Sloppy Joe bar. It's easy.
Gross.
Buns and Sloppy Joes.
Nah.
Come on. Everyone loves
Nah.
it. Who doesn't love it? Put a little cool coleslaw on there.
Stop.
Flames.
You know what I will say though? A easy solution is they could just have an In-N-Out truck, like park in the parking lot, like
1,000%.
then like after
Timmy
everyone's
D
done.
style. That was great.
Exactly. There's
was classic.
But again, I'm speaking from a California brain that like In-N-Out trucks happen. I don't know if that happens in the Midwest or wherever. If like
In-N-Out's in every state in America.
No, it's not.
It
was a West Coast thing.
Is.
It literally
you
was
should
not.
Google it.
Google it right now.
Google it.
I will.
Go on the internet sometime.
It's a big thing about how it's like a West
no,
Coast
that's
thing.
not true. That's just what people who don't
They
use the
just
internet
like
say.
mostly like recently maybe expanded.
No, they're
but
in every state in America
is
and Europe.
In and out.
We gotta
everywhere.
go to break. We gotta go to break. We can't check. We gotta go to break. Mark, take us to break.
In-N-Out everywhere.
Is In-N-Out everywhere? Are you really Googling that?
Yeah, it's
Is In-N-Out everywhere?
California. It's only in California
I know.
and Southwest from Oregon to Texas.
I know.
Piece of shit.
I know. That was the joke.
I hate you.
We'll be right back.
Hey, we're on a break right now, and I guess we're supposed to promo our show.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about our show.
We're going to talk about a show that you took a break from to like talk about how you should listen to our show.
Technically, we're not on break. We're still working.
It's called Shit They Don't Tell You, and it's all the shit that we wish people would have told us that we had to mess up on and figure out ourselves. Now we're telling you about it.
That's it.
And sometimes we answer questions that you send in, and sometimes we judge other people's situations.
So keep listening and check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/sticky. Thank you.
And shout out to Brian Jorgensen.
Huge shout out to Brian Jorgensen real quick. And welcome back to Shit They Don't Tell You.
Welcome back.
If you like the show, nothing helps the show more than going to our Patreon, patreon.com/sticky.
STIKKI.
You get the show a day early. Also, we do free roll poker tournaments on there. And there's a little show on there called Crypto Corner. I do that every Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You don't have to be there live. You can just drop a question in the Patreon when I list it, and I will get to it live.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So.
Asshole time.
By the way, cycle's intact, bitches. Told you. Everyone's like, Bitcoin's crashing, Bitcoin's crashing. Uh-huh. We're back. Go figure.
And poker's back also.
Poker's actually going away because the series is
back.
done.
Boom.
The series is done.
There's always poker to play.
Okay. Am I the asshole for making my boyfriend lunch for work?
Yes.
Hi. Whoa. Hot take Nikki.
Should never make your
Hot
boyfriend
take Nikki's
lunch.
ready for this one.
Yeah.
Hi, 23 female. My boyfriend, 23 male, live together in a studio apartment. They're right on top of each other.
Yeah. I did that before.
Right on top of each other. I did that too. For his birthday, I got him 3 things. He's really into art, so I got him something he really wanted to work on, his art.
Okay.
I also got him a unique mug, and lastly, I got him a lunchbox. He's been complaining that he was having a hard time bringing lunch to work because he didn't have one. I know it isn't a glamorous gift, but I thought it would be a helpful one. Also, my birthday is back in January, and he didn't even get me a birthday gift due to financial issues.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he was very disappointed when he opened the lunchbox gift and was very upset
What?
that I got it for him.
How do you get upset over that?
Can he have feelings?
No.
Can he actually feel like a human being does for a second?
Maybe
Okay, thank you.
Maybe.
I explained why I got the gift for him, and he was still upset. His birthday was on a Friday, so on Monday, I guess I wasn't thinking about it. I woke up early and made him his lunch in the lunchbox I got him. He became extremely pissed off. He didn't even eat lunch this week because his teeth were bothering him. And so because I didn't remember that, he was even more mad.
This guy's a little bitch.
Can he
No.
process things?
Fine, maybe.
Then he went on a whole rant, making rude comments at me, demeaning my gift, and saying I don't listen to him when I talk. What are you laughing about? Are you thinking of something that you saw on The
Yeah,
Simpsons?
I'm thinking something on The Simpsons. About a guy's little pussy.
Unrelated to this, though.
On The Simpsons.
Okay, yeah, don't be respectful. Okay. While I was just trying to be helpful and can't remember everything he says to me, I also didn't just get him a lunchbox. I got him other things he wanted. Like she said, she got him the art thing, which I don't know what that means.
Whatever. We
Art
don't need
thing
to know
and a
because if she
unique
went into
mug.
detail, like, we wouldn't care.
That's very true.
All you have to know is it helps him with his art.
Yeah. So is she the asshole?
Is he allowed to have feelings or no?
Yeah.
Yeah? Then, yeah, maybe she's a little bit of an asshole.
Yeah, totally.
Maybe she's a little bit of an asshole.
All right, go ahead, launch.
This guy's a little bitch. How do you even have sex with this person?
This is pretty crazy.
My pussy would just shrivel up, dry. It would invert itself into a penis, I think.
It becomes a penis.
Yeah, because I'm gay now because I don't want to have sex with this guy. That's a straight male.
Got it.
Maybe.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
No, I don't have a vagina anymore. It seals itself up.
Yeah, it's completely gone.
Yeah, it doesn't turn into a penis. It just seals up.
It's gone. You're a Barbie doll.
How do you continue to have sexual relations to a man that's pouty faced over a lunchbox?
He didn't want the lunchbox.
Okay, it's a gift. Just say thank you.
He doesn't want a lunchbox.
Say thank you and move on.
You get a lunchbox for a little kid.
He didn't get hurt anything.
You get a lunchbox for a kid's first day at school.
You know who else doesn't get the most important woman in their life anything? A kid. So
accurate.
You get what you are.
I'm gonna call that one accurate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call that claim accurate.
She got him like really thoughtful gifts that he
she was
could
thinking
use.
ahead of his needs.
I don't get how after she explained that.
But he doesn't even eat lunch this week because his teeth are bothering him, and he told you that while you're getting in the shower.
Okay, only benefit of the doubt is if he's a little bit on the spectrum.
But even then, this like completely sucks.
It sucks. I wouldn't be able.
This guy is a little bitch boy.
I wouldn't be able to have sexual relations with this man.
Yeah, he's a bitch boy.
He's not a man, really.
Yeah.
And also, any
whiny.
any man that gets upset over a birthday gift in the first place, I don't, unless it was an offensive birthday gift, like, hey, I got you me sucking another guy's dick for your birthday.
Oh, wow.
Like that would be kind of, I would understand his perspective a little bit more. It's an offensive birthday gift. But this one was so thoughtful and nice. I don't know why he's so upset. And then she made him lunch in it. Like, that's adorable. This guy, he does not deserve her.
No, he sucks.
OP girl, go find someone better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what happens when you live with guys in a studio. Like, they're always little beta bitch male guys that like do art and when you take your shirt off, they cover it up and then they go across the room and they pet a cat and they say that's normal.
Yeah, that's just what happens to everybody.
Normal,
everybody in studio apartments.
Yeah.
Just the common thing.
It's a common thing. Don't have a boyfriend in a studio apartment.
Yeah. How about, what do you think? What's your take on complaining about things? Like
complaining about things?
Well,
in general?
What's your take on, like, if a guy's like, I'm not getting enough, I'm not getting sex enough or whatever like that, and like,
well, that turns me off.
But then, like, what if he like?
You want to talk about it in a like adult way.
But what if he gives you the silent treatment over it?
If it's whiny and that's passive aggressive. Yeah, I don't think that's a really conducive way to explore a concern that you have in your relationship. Is like
you don't think it'll if I want to fuck.
Yeah.
And I want to fuck more.
And then you're pouty about it.
Well, then I confront you. I'm like, hey, are we fucking tonight? And you're like, nah. And I'm like, and then I give you the silent treatment. The next day, does that start to make you wet a little bit?
No.
Okay.
But, maybe that's someone's kink.
See, that's what I was thinking.
I don't know. Who am I to judge?
That's what I was thinking.
I kind of like it when both people want to have sex. And then...
Cool. But what if both people don't for a minute?
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, but then it's like, hey...
Sometimes that happens.
But then if I bitch more, maybe I'll switch you on.
No.
All right.
Not for me.
All right.
Not for me.
Well, I'm just seeing that in this complainer boy. I just think he complains about everything.
Not for me.
I can see him being that way. All right. Am I the asshole for not confronting my mom about an alleged dark family secret?
Ooh.
Apologize for lack of detail, Reddit.
Ugh.
As I really want to keep it as private as possible.
Then don't post it.
Bro, nobody knows your name. Medical ear.
We want the tea.
6830, dude.
Don't post it if you're not going to be detailed.
Medical ear. Whoa. Yeah, who cares? Background. My parents had me at a very young age. My mom had a very traumatic delivery. It all messed with her head a little bit. It was tough growing up with her, but now we have an amazing relationship. My parents cut ties with her families before I was born and moved to another state a few years after, so I didn't have any grandparents or other relatives growing up. Recently, I got a message from my alleged aunt who somehow tracked me down online. She claimed that she was my mom's sister and provided some proof. She also asked me about my twin brother. And it left me puzzled since I'm their only child. I asked her to elaborate, and it turns out my mom had twins.
No.
And when we were toddlers, my twin passed away in a tragic accident.
Oh, shit.
My parents, for some reason, decided to completely wipe his memory out of our lives.
Well, that's understandable.
And even moved to another state. But they lied, Nikki. We'll get to that.
They lied?
They lied about it. They didn't never told them.
Well, they didn't lie. They just didn't tell him.
That's a lie.
Is it?
On Reddit, it is.
If you just don't tell
on
somebody?
Reddit, everything is.
But I didn't lie about it.
And
Just
even
didn't
moved
tell
to another
you.
state to have a fresh start. I know how crazy all that sounds. I still can't completely believe it. Maybe it's just a cruel prank. I thanked her for all that and explained I'll need time to think it over. I decided not to bring it up with my mom. If it isn't true, it would mean the cruel prank actually worked. And if it is, I would traumatize her again. I don't want to know what motivated her to do it. I'm content with the life I have now.
Yeah.
I'm in an amazing school. I have a loving and caring fiance. I finally built a great relationship with my parents. I don't need anything else. So in a few days, I responded to my aunt and thanked her for the information again. She asked me if I talked to my mom about my twin. I told her no, and that I don't plan on doing that. She asked me why, and that's where I might have been an asshole. I told her it's not her business to stick her nose in.
Okay, well, you don't need to attack the aunt.
It's a little sharp.
Yeah, it's a little sharp.
She told me it's her business because I'm her family as well. I said, well, she's not my family. Ooh, and I don't have any interest in talking to her whatsoever. I'm content with the life I have, but part of me is left wondering whether I should have brought this up with my parents. Or did I do the right thing by sweeping it under the rug?
You were an asshole to your aunt.
That was a sharp, very stern response to her trying to give you a piece of information that she thought was interesting
and
about your past.
Kind of curious about her nephew or whatever.
Yeah, and it's not like a fucked up thing like, hey, what about your twin brother? Isn't that crazy? That's not like fucked up, is it?
No.
Am I crazy?
I don't think it is.
But he's like assuming my parents are having like crazy generational trauma about it or whatever.
Well,
it's like,
it could have been true that the mom had trauma about it.
If it happened, you can talk about it.
Right, exactly. You don't have to like really berate your aunt about it. That's crazy.
That is mean.
Little that was a very sharp turn.
This guy's definitely an asshole.
That was a sharp turn. I'm gonna say you're an asshole for
I'm
that.
gonna say he's an asshole.
You're not an asshole for not talking to your mom about it.
No.
Because maybe there are many reasons why she kept it a secret. We don't know, and if you don't want to delve into it, like, you're not an asshole for not bringing it up. It's not your.
Yeah, and sometimes family secrets come out in weird ways.
Yep.
I've heard.
Yeah. And sometimes you find out you have a biological sibling that you never knew about.
It just happens sometimes. Yeah.
Sometimes it happens.
To people.
It happened to several people that I know in
really?
my close friend group.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what would that be like?
Pretty nuts.
Yeah,
especially when you think you're the oldest child.
Yeah.
And then you're not.
Right. And you just find out of the blue
that your older sibling got adopted away. But it was kind of beautiful because, like, kind of brings your family together.
Yeah.
In a weird fucked up way during a pandemic.
I could see that happening during a pandemic. Yeah.
But it's like kind of weird. But also it's kind of like.
And then you just know you got like a biological sibling out there.
It like feels like a movie, like where you're just like, guess that shit actually happens to people.
I literally, honestly,
really
I legitimately couldn't believe it when I heard about this story.
Yeah.
It was like. It honestly still blows me away.
I used to read these books that were like, the girl on the milk carton, and it like she finds out like way later in her teen years that she was the girl on the milk carton and that her parents weren't her parents, and that like she was kidnapped as a kid and like raised as like this couple's child, and like she finds like this. That's where I got the idea for a prank on our child. If like,
that's really
if like we had kids, like I'd have like an old chest of like really a bunch of newspaper clippings that we fucking made up.
It's so funny.
But anyway, like I used to read books like that. And I'm like, oh, that's crazy, right? And then like some shit happens like this where you're like, I have a fucking whole brother that's related to me. Like, that's wild. But it happened to someone that's close
during COVID.
During the pandemic. Anyway, don't think that anyone's an asshole. Don't think the parents are an asshole. Don't think OP's an asshole for bringing it up. But OP was an asshole to the aunt. To the aunt. That's
pretty
real
crazy.
Weird.
Well, plus
real weird for you to jump down her throat.
Sometimes an aunt
can be very
involved and wants to like insert themselves.
But it comes from like a nice place. A nicer place where they care. It's not like just malicious. You know what she wants to do is attack your mom's trauma. Yeah, that's what she's trying to do here. When you do that to her, it's so shitty. Exactly. You're projecting your sensitivity onto the aunt and punishing her for your sensitivity. It's really kind of harsh words that you said.
Yeah, you're a dick for that.
You said you're not related to her? Like, that's weird.
That's insane.
Anywho. So, yeah, you're a little bit of an asshole, but not for the reason that you thought you were being an asshole for.
Correct. Yeah. And Reddit will never tell you what we just did, so yeah.
Yeah, so you're welcome. And having had very close people live through this.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, it's not, your story's not like that fucking crazy.
Legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, legit.
So
or trauma-inducing, actually.
Yeah.
Like the way that you think.
Well, the mom could have had trauma. Like
No. I'm just saying that she'd be a crippling little daisy, wilting immediately.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know anything about that. We don't know.
I mean, it's not like...
But give her credit.
Yeah, you could...
Your mom could be completely a strong person about it. Like, you have no idea.
But again, we can't make that read.
No, no, but he's making that read.
Right, but like, it's... I think either way, whether he talks to the mom or not, like, that's not an asshole thing to do either way.
I agree with that.
I think that talking to the aunt that way is pretty asshole. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Is that the end?
That's it.
All right. Well, those are the assholes and non-assholes that we have for you. And I was very surprised at what a stark difference to me having a dry wedding and a vegetarian wedding is in my brain. Because one is like party fun times. Two, I don't think inhibits the party. The other one, I don't think inhibits the party.
If your guests are coming, it's your job to make
that's all we have for you.
Time.
And that's all we have for you.
You didn't care about that,
In-N-Out is only on the West Coast.
You didn't give a shit about that. You wanted to impose your belief system
watch
on
us
your
next
guests
week. Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/sticky, STIKKI.
You're a small person.
And we got to get out of here. We got no time left to
validation
go.
through
I have a biological older brother.